Speed 85 WPM. Be ready. 5 seconds. Madam, I have a firm belief in democratic process of decision making and have had regular consultations with the staff federations on several organizational issues. The railway federations are extremely responsible and work in the best interests of the railways. I assign highest importance to continuance of healthy and harmonious tradition of industrial relations across length and breadth of Indian Railways. In recognition of the commitment of the employees to the organization and their contribution to increasing the productivity, Indian Railways paid the productivity linked bonus equivalent to wages of 78 days for 2010-11. Madam Speaker, over the years, railways had come to have large number of vacancies in various categories of staff, including in technical and safety related areas. These have an adverse impact on operational and safety performance of the organization. I am happy to inform that during the year 2011-12, we have recruited over 80,000 persons to fill up some of such vacancies. During 2012-13, more than 1 lakh persons are proposed to be recruited. Madam, I feel extremely happy to inform the House that all the 11 public sector undertakings of the railways performed extremely well with a healthy growth in total dividend paid by them. Various important contracts have been bagged by the railways PSUs in the neighboring countries for constructions, rehabilitation of railway lines and for supply of rolling stock. The dividend paid in 2010-11 amounted to rupees 429 crore, which was more by 31% than the previous fiscal. Indian Railways have a highly professional procurement protocol and a codified and transparent system of decision making to procure the required products at reasonable prices. Yet there is scope for further improvement. To provide further transparency and efficiency to the procurement process, the system of e-procurement has been implemented for purchase of stores in the zonal railways headquarters and production units. These initiatives are being expanded further for including the field units within the ambit of this process. Feasibility of including works tenders also within the ambit of e-procurement is being explored. In addition to this, a pilot project for e-auction of sale of scrap has been successfully conducted on Northern Railway, and this would be expanded and rolled out on other units during 2012-13, thereby considerably improving transparency, efficiency, and wider reach for this important activity. I have to fortify the Indian Railways to make it responsive to the changing economic scenario and equip it to leverage upon the new opportunities. There is also a need to infuse larger accountability, and its structure must be aligned with organizational objectives. We need a system that delivers. The issue needs to be debated and discussed with board and rail parivar. There are innumerable requests from honorable members for providing stoppages of trains. While I appreciate the concerns of the members for convenience of the people, I should inform the House that providing additional stoppages to trains reduces speed and slows down trains, causing congestion in the route. In some cases, operational constraints do not permit any stoppage at the requested stations. I am sure the honorable members will reconsider their requests. Otherwise, the very character of trains like Shatabdis, Rajdhanis will be lost. Madam, I now come to the financial position of the railways and have no hesitation in informing this august House that Indian Railways are passing through a difficult phase. In the current year, although there were no arrears of pay commission to be paid, the impact of allowances and several post-budgetary factors has been very stressful for the finances of the railways. Railways have initiated an accounting reforms project that would enable it to move over gradually to an accrual-based accounting system, as also envisaged in the Vision 2020. An action plan has been drawn to complete the work within the broad framework as envisaged by Government Accounting Standards Advisory Board. The best ever operating ratio of Indian Railways was 74% in the year 1964. In consultation with the Railway Board, I am targeting to improve the operating ratio from 95% to less than 80% by the end of 12th plan. This landmark improvement in railway finances would enable building up of a strong base to meet the challenges ahead and bring back the confidence of people in railways, thereby dispelling all apprehensions that Indian Railways is going downhill. I expect to achieve an operating ratio of 84% in 2012 as compared to 95% in the current year. If this trend continues, I have no doubt that my operating ratio will improve upon even the best ever of 74% within the 12th plan.